Okay guys, in this video we're going to cover a row using a bench and some dumbbells. Now, this row in particular is going to focus on the upper back, which is the thoracic portion of the spine. Now, it's really important that we mobilize this part of the back because it can get really stiff when we sit down at a desk or if we don't move it at all. So, in terms of the setup, what we're going to be using is a bench on roughly this kind of angle, and from there we're going to actually place ourselves quite high up on the bench. Now, the reason for this is because we want the mobility to come from the upper back. We don't necessarily want to fix ourselves in position. We'd rather have ourselves moving, again, to promote that mobility in the upper back that we want. So I'm going to take myself up onto the bench here. And as you can see, my sternum is quite close to the top of the bench. Now, this is fairly individual for whoever is trying the exercise, but for myself, if I'm in this position, this is perfect because as you can see in the camera there, I've got a nice curvature over this part of my back, which is my upper back. I'm not too worried about my lower back. I want to try and make sure that I keep my hips tucked to make sure that that doesn't get involved too much. Whereas if I start to curl my lower back like this, you can see this is going to start to feel really activated and engaged. Instead, I'm going to try and pull my belly button towards me and tuck my hips, and like that, I'm totally fine. Now from here, I'm going to allow my shoulders to slump over the bench as I curl, again flexing the spine and going through as much mobility in this direction as I can. And from there, I'm going to press my chest into the bench, raise myself high and move into this position, allowing my shoulders to fall back as far as they can behind my body. I'm going to hold here and slowly start to return back down to the floor, allowing the chest to fall forwards, allowing myself to cave around, allowing my shoulders to fall away from each other. And from there, I pull and I hold. Now with weights, it's exactly the same thing. We allow the weights to pull us down over the bench. And from there, it can feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it's something you definitely can get used to. From there, we press into the bench and we hold 2, 3. Inhaling on the way down, exhaling on the way up.